Thank you guys, and thank you all for joining us for week 7 of the high school football season. I'm Lina Washington. He's Kevin John. This is Friday Night Football on ABC10, and we've got a lot of games to get to tonight.
That is right, Lina. It's going down. We're actually over halfway through the season, and by this time we're starting to see which teams are for real and which teams are just showing up. So we're going to kick things off with our ABC10 Game of the Week, CALAVERAS at AMADOR.
Yeah, let's get you out there. The huddle with the AMADOR Buffaloes now. We are in it, and coming into this game, they had a perfect 6-0 record while CALAVERAS is looking for its 4th straight win. The visitors strike first, quarterback Nolan Dart handing it off to Jake Hopper for the short touchdown run, and just like that, it is 7-0 CALAVERAS, and the fans there are loving it. Now let's see what Amador's got. Gunnar Drake, that is a quarterback's name if I've ever heard it. He drops back, airs it out 40 yards to Augustus Gedney with a huge gain to set up a touchdown run from Wes Villarreal. So just like that, Amador responds. It's 10-7 Buffaloes at halftime, but CALAVERAS comes out swinging in the second half. The visitors win on the road. 70-10 is your final from Sutter's Creek in our ABC10 Game of the Week.
It was the biggest game of the season. Both teams were really good this year, and we were expecting a really good game. That's what it was, and it was really excited to come up top. And yeah, we're ecstatic. We can't wait for the rest of the season.
We start out on defense, and when our offense went in, I think one guy came off. We got 10 guys going 2 ways with a bunch of guys on the bench supporting and coming in key roles. No, those players you mentioned, a hell of a game. Dart, again, that's the second game we've ended with a pick to end the game.
So defense winning the game there for CALAVERAS, holding Amador to just 10 points and handing Amador its first loss of the season. CALAVERAS and Sonoma now sitting atop the Motherlode standings, but right now over in El Dorado Hills, we've got another big game, a great matchup between Del Oro and Oak Ridge in the Sierra Foothill League.
Yeah, you know, both of these teams came into this game with the same record at 4-2. And both of them suffered losses last week, so let's see what happens this week. Great atmosphere at Oak Ridge. Look at that. Yes, there were lights, and obviously the fans were excited. They're back on, and the student section completely lit, rocking all night long. Both teams needing this win tonight. Trojans quarterback Justin Lamson was ready to put on a show. Check him out here, going to the air, 34-yard pass right there to Mujahid Samed. That's the name. Oak Ridge out top 14-0 after the opening quarter. Golden Eagles, no time to panic. They all opens the second quarter with a good drive, punctuated with Aiden Foster leaping into the end zone from a yard out. Del Oro on the board, down 14-7. Then after Del Oro fumbles the ball away in their own territory, Oak Ridge adds a 35-yard field goal right there, which is pretty good. You don't see field goals that far in high school. That's Connor Edwards. Trojans go up 24-7 at that point. They hold on for a 38-15 victory. Trojans now 5-2. They'll host Whitney next Friday. Del Oro falls to 4-3.
All right, let's get you out to Elk Grove. Franklin visiting COSUMNES Oaks. The Wolfpack 6-1 on the season, looking to defend home turf tonight. Lively crowd out in Elk Grove. The Wolfpack can score often, but it's 0-0 in the third quarter when the Wildcats defense comes up big. That's Josh Trzynski picking off Anthony Grigsby Jr., taking it back the other way, setting up the first touchdown of the game. Hosea Wheeler helping to put 7 on the board for the Cats, but they weren't done yet. Let's get into the fourth quarter after we see some of the cheerleaders there. That's DJ Stamps stomping his way into the end zone to make it 14-0 Franklin with just over 7 minutes left in regulation. COSUMNES Oaks will avoid a shutout, but you see the victory formation from the Wildcats, who stun the Wolfpack with a 14-7 win, handing CO its second loss of the season.
All right, homecoming tonight at Foothill. Mustangs hoping to put on for the home crowd. Fans are excited. They welcome in an undefeated center squad. We'll pick things up in the second quarter here. Center up 19-0, but Foothill gets on the board with this slick quarterback keeper. Nice run from number 1 there. He will not be denied as he gets into the end zone. Mustangs will cut the lead to 19-6, but it was all downhill for Foothill from there. Later in the second, Foothill back to pass, but it's intercepted by Michael Wortham there. And just like a kid trying to make curfew on a Friday night, Wortham is going to run it all the way back to the house. That's a 100-yard pick six right there. Cougars go on to score 25 unanswered points. Center spoils the homecoming party for the Mustangs. Center wins this one 45-6. Cougars stay undefeated on the season as they move to 7-0. And remember to go to our website, ABC10.com, to check out all the highlights, the scores, the sports info. And for extended highlights, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/ABC10. Make sure to click that subscribe button. You'll find a full playlist for high school football there.
Yeah, but we're not done tonight. Coming up next, we're taking you out with Johnny Football for our ABC10 Game of the Week.
We're the Sutter High cheerleaders, and you're watching Friday Night Football on ABC
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for our favorite part of the show, and it's the portion of the show you guys voted for.
Yeah, that's right. It's our ABC10 fan game of the week. So now I turn it over to the incomparable Johnny Football.
All right, Johnny Football here. We're at the Wolf Den here in American Canyon. You guys voted to have me come out here for the game of the week, and I'm here. Let's go to those highlights. Let's do it, Wolfie. All right, the game is American Canyon Wolves versus Vintage Crushers. First quarter. Watch as this lone wolf breaks away from the pack. Dogs love to play catch, and that's exactly what happens here. That deserves a little bragging rights.
7-0 going on 8-0, baby!
Wolves get a little distracted by this play. Vintage Crushers will toss back, then watch the big throw. Crushers will take this one to the end zone, but that play only makes Wolf fans hungry. Watch as these guys have a little sideline noodle eating contest. Yeah, chow down like a true wolf.
That looks so hot.
We'll come back to those guys because the Wolves on the field are back at it again. This pass deserves a howl. Let's hear it from my boy Tyrese.
It's just the best place to be. We got the best athletes, the best spirit. It's just the best place to be.
Hey, looks like we have a winner over at the noodle race. Unfortunately, though, that's all the Wolves will be celebrating. Vintage will take home the win on this one, 28-13. All right, that's all from American Canyon. I'm Johnny Football. Back to you.
Good work, Johnny Football. Remember, you can get all of tonight's scores, highlights, and everything else on the sports page at abc10.com. Coming up, more high school football action. We're taking you to Oakmont after the break.
We're Oakmont cheering. You're watching Friday Night Football on ABC10. Woo!
All right, thank you to the Oakmont cheerleaders there. Vikings hosting Nevada Union. Oakmont coming off their first loss of the season last week. So we're going to pick things up in the first quarter here. Nevada Union gets on the board first as Jackson Horn dances his way in for the touchdown. Remember that name. Miners take an early 7-0 lead. Now later in the first, remember that guy Jackson Horn I just told you about? Well, watch him go to work again. He takes the handoff. He's going to juke around 95 defenders. Then he's going to turn on the turbo button. He's off down the sidelines. He's going to get a nice block from his teammate near the end. And of course, we're showing it. He gets in for the touchdown. Miners grow up 14-0. Oakmont would clap back, though, to the second quarter. Kane Roscoe, where you at? He's going to get the handoff, and Kane is going to get around the corner right here for the touchdown. That would cut the lead 14-7. Oakmont would come back to win this one 34-21. Mustangs move to 6-1 on the season. Really good game there. And unfortunately, Lina, we're running out of time here, but thank you guys once again for tuning in and watching us. Remember to check out our YouTube page for more highlights, all of the other fun stuff. We'll see you here back next Friday, same time, same place. Good night, guys.